Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Bears going up against the Steelers. And with that, we'll send you up to the North Shore of Pittsburgh at Heinz Field by the Three Rivers as we headed over to our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Chicago Bears and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Yeah, he better hope that he's lonesome because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. They'll get the football here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Goes underneath for Bell. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a first down carry by Bell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger looking middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant, and that'll make it 3rd down. This offense has some speed, and certainly Martavis Bryant, he has some speed.
He has that, and he has size. That's what makes him so difficult to cover, because just when you think you have to play him one way, the other attribute kicks in. Martavis Bryant could be an all-star real soon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. In motion right comes Matthews. Now Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receiver's eyes when he's throwing the ball.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for the first time with Jeremy Langford. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And we see this offense, and we see Jeremy Langford, certainly a guy to watch in this game.
He plays a game with great determination, Brandon. In college, he played multiple positions before settling in at running back. He made the right choice.
And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
From the gun on third down, it's Cutler. And Jeffrey's got it. Alshon Jeffrey. Touchdown, Chicago. Alshon Jeffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And his kick is good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, here's Justin Gilbert. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Eddie Goldman's everything you want in a defensive tackle. A run stuffer who can move upfield and rush the passer.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. On third down, Roethlisberger. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
This is Langford on first and 10. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing now. Cutler on first down. It's brought in by Kevin White. Touchdown, Chicago! Kevin White, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Here comes Gilbert. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. And the wideout in motion. On 2nd down, here's Cutler. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
On 3rd down, Cutler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football as the receiver turned around. The ball greeted him.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap, to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Goes underneath for Bell. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Ben to throw again. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come out here in the eye. After the penalty, it's Langford. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 6 on the play there. And the Bears are going to get a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, the hurdle. Oh, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Cutler. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On the counter, Langford. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Now it's Cutler. On the right side, this is Miller. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT.
Heinz Field has always been a tough place for field goal kickers. It's just a very heavy sod, plus you've got an open end of the field with wind coming off the Allegheny. And sure enough, he kind of chunks this one, and it's no good.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. In motion right comes Matthews. On second down, Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Bryant. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test.
And he's going to be taken down. Cutler sacked. Now Cutler on first down. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Now Cutler to throw on second down. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. Throwing again, it's Cutler. On the right side, this is Miller.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead they're going on 4th down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jay Cutler with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bears have retaken the lead. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it, because nowadays you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need them.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to run with Langford. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And quickly, they get to the line. Running on 3rd with Langford. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Cutler going to sneak it. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to...
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now after the interception, here's Cutler. And it's complete to Jeffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Alshon Jeffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. And the lead is now 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there.
That will be the final act of this first half. All right, Larry, these 2 teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Cutler looking to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump-off. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets inside...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On second down, Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. A screen to Bell. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now Ben on third and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th. There he goes, right side. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Gilbert. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Red zone opportunity. They come out with one back, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jay Cutler, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Gilbert. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. So the D-line's going to spread out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He's going to get the football. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really, at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now, as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. His throw incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. On third down, Cutler looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go back under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 2nd down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did. I
think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Surveying the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Fielded just inside the 30. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Left.
They'll send Wheaton in motion left. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And fourth down coming up.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on fourth down. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the... And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Robert Turbin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. So they're going to go for two. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Roethlisberger looking to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. 6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Now Cutler to throw on second down. On the right side, this is Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And now out come the Steelers. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the pressure, and he's taken down? A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. On second down, Roethlisberger. On the right side, caught by Green. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Now Roethlisberger, and caught, right side, Green. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Well, the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. He finds Matthews. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Third and 2. Now Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he's going to be taken down. Cutler sacked. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And it's taken in at the 9. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it. Not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now Cutler. On the right side, this is Miller. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Cutler to Langford on the draw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he will find his man on the outside. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he motions the wide receiver. Throwing now is Cutler. He hits White, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. so for the Bears, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.